Okay, so this is the top right. This is the top right. All right, so this is the top right. What numbers, or sorry, so we want to find out the question marks. We want to find out the question marks. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. So test taking skill, a math practice is what numbers do we know? What do we already know? All right, 34 and 16 are the areas of the smaller squares. To find the hypotenuse, we're doing 34 plus 16. Okay, so, okay, let's do Alan's comment first, then IPD's comment. Alan says 34 and 16 are the areas of the smaller squares. So I like how he's describing what the numbers are. It's not just like, oh, these are the numbers we have. He's saying that this 34 is the area of the blue equals 34, and area of the red equals 16. Now, IPD is saying add 34 plus 16. IPD, if we add 34 and 16, first, what number do we get? Second, what does that number describe? They're the squares, okay? So 34 plus 16. What's 34 plus 16, you guys?
50.
50, okay? And this 50, where am I going to put this 50? In the box or on the side? Inside the box, okay? We learned that these two squares fit in here. So this 16 and this 34 will fill in this purple box. So this 50 becomes the area of the purple. Okay, so I'm gonna erase my question mark here. This becomes 50. Okay, nice. And now how can we find the sides? How can we find all three sides? What about the side of the red? So if the area is 16, oh wait, so IPD is saying square root 50. So IPD, if we square root 50, what do we get? And what does it describe? The square root is, okay, so the square root of 50 is 5 root 2. Simplifies to 5 root 2. In decimal form equals 7.1. Either of them is acceptable in geometry. So 5.5 root 2 or 7.1, what does that number describe? Is that an area? Is that a side length? It is the hypotenuse of the triangle. So this right here is the hypotenuse. Okay, I'm gonna erase this, and then I'm gonna write the side, 7.1. Okay, the square root, again, geometrically undoes a square. So this whole square is 50. The square root means what is the side. So you do the square root of that. That is the geometric description, a definition of what a square root is. Okay, what about the red side right here? This side right here. If the area, or if the square is 16, if the area is 16, what is the side? Four, okay? So there's multiple ways to find that side. You could do the area is 16, so to undo that area, to just make it a side, that's geometric definition. Square root of 16 equals 4. Or you could just know that 4 times 4 is 16. Doesn't matter. Either way is fine. And this is the side, the red side. Okay. And what about the area, the blue side, the blue side? $5.8, okay? So we're doing the square root of 34. You can't simplify that any further. If you leave it in decimal form, it's 5.8. Okay. If you wanted, you could have used the Pythagorean theorem also. There's multiple ways to solve for the sides. There's multiple ways to solve for the areas. You could have done the box way. You could have done the Pythagorean theorem way. Actually, this is the only class where you guys started with filling out this box and you went backwards. All my other classes found the side first, then did Pythagorean theorem. But they're both, like, both ways are right. My personal preference was the way you guys did it, and then going backwards. But the Pythagorean theorem way is also completely fine. Okay, cool. So again, the main takeaway is first using the Pythagorean theorem. We didn't use it just now, but you trying to have some fluency with the Pythagorean theorem. Also, understanding that the square root undoes an area and gives you a side. It is the opposite of a square, where if you square a side, you get the area. If you square the area, then you get the side.